Third time's a charm. I'm gonna... Have I got yellow over there as well? And red up here. Girls painted my face yesterday. I'm gonna run through this real quick because this is my third attempt at this video. Before I forget. And we're a week late. This is Kalani's 2-month update. She was 2 months on the 7th and today's the 13th. So we're almost a week late. Hi. Oh. She's not had a very happy morning. Usually she's very happy, but this morning she's been a bit grizzly. I'm going to try and get through this super quick. I don't have her weight on me, her current weight right now, so when I get that from Plunkett, I'll update that. Apart from that, I have pretty much everything. Hi! She sleeps amazingly during the day and at night fairly well. When she first goes down around 7:30 and does about a 5-hour run, so she gets up about midnight and she'll feed and go right back to sleep and then sleep for another 3 hours. And that's a nice smile. Did you see Mama? Did you see Mama? Yeah, she's so chatty. Yeah, another 3 hours and then another 3 hours after that, and then she wants to wake up around 6:30, but I try to persuade her to go back to sleep for another half an hour or an hour so I can get up and deal with the other kids, especially on play centre days, because she can be a bit temperamental in the morning and she just wants to be held, so it's hard to do lunches and keep Zyla happy first thing in the morning if she's up. So I try and convince her to go back to sleep and leave her in my bed where it's nice and warm. I do wrap her when she's sleeping. She doesn't like it, but I think she sleeps better for it. I think just because her hands get really cold. Hi! She's genuinely pretty happy unless she's hungry, tired, or has a wet nappy. She hates having a wet nappy. She can be like fussing and mad and I'm bouncing her trying to get her to sleep or trying to burp her or trying to boob her, and then I'll lay her down and take her nappy off and she just like sighs and is just happy and talking. Cooing away, huh? Say hi. Tell her what's going on. Is it another baby? Not sure. Yeah, so yeah, she sleeps pretty good. She does a little bit of tummy time. She has a super strong neck, always has done. If she's on my legs or my stomach or her like boppy pillow thing, she pushes right up and sits up on her arms and she keeps her head right up. So I have done a little bit of tummy time, but I'm not really a big one for tummy time. It looks rather uncomfortable for me and looks like it puts a bit of strain on their neck, so. But we have done a little bit, and 2 of those times she actually rolled over from her stomach to her back. I'm sure it was unintentional, you know, but still. So she has rolled a couple of times. Hey, Chunky Chunky! She's got pretty much no hair left on top. It's all rubbing off, but she has a bunch of hair down the back. I'll try to show. Where'd the camera go? There it is. Her hair is still very dark. Lilia's was dark like that when she was a baby, and then it lightened up through the next summer, so I don't know whether it'll stay dark or lighten up. Her eyes, I'm still undecided, but I'm thinking they're probably going to be blue. Plenty of time to find that out. Hey, she likes to be held a lot. She likes to be facing out like this if I'm standing up, and if I'm just sort of plodding around holding her like that, she'll just crash out, fall asleep. Sitting up, she enjoys the wrap. She's usually in the ring sling, hasn't really been in the SSC yet. Hasn't at all, I believe, been in the SSC yet. She's mostly been in the ring sling, been in the Moby a few times, and I believe she's been, I've wrapped her in the woven once. What else, miss? She loves the bath, loves the bath. I've had her in the bath with the other girls. Sort of I'll sit at the end of it with my feet in and hold her. And yeah, she just smiled the whole time and kicking around and stuff. She loves it. Loves the water, huh? Hi, you hungry? Are you mugging me? Alright, I'll make this quick, okay? She doesn't mind being put down if the girls are up to something and there's a lot of noise going on, then she'll happily sit and just sort of watch and listen. Doesn't like to be put down and left to go to sleep, so she either gets bounced to sleep, also by Jason. Every now and then it'll work for me, or I boob her to sleep, or the carrier seems to do the trick. Yes, okay, I'll be quick. She does co-sleep. She has her own bed over there attached to my bed, where she goes when she first goes down. She'll go in there for those first 5 hours or so. Oh, Bubba. Hang on a second, I'll try and unwrap her and see if it cheers her up. A little bit better. So she does go in there for the first 5 hours or so, and then when she wakes up, I usually just pull her in with me and go back to sleep. She'll nurse and go straight back to sleep, so yeah. Unless she's being fussy or has a lot of wind and I have to sit up properly to feed her or burp her, then she'll go back into her bed, but otherwise she just stays in with us. Yeah. And it's still really cold at the moment, so I quite like to have her in with me, then I know she's definitely warm, even though I pile her up with blankets. You talking? You said chunky. Are you talking? You want to vlog? Yeah. She fits 0 to 3 months mostly in boys' clothes and 3 to 6 months mostly in girls' clothes. She has had a couple of 6 to 9 outfits in girls that fit her. I've got a mixture of both. Ooh, boys. What you looking at? What's down there? She loves to have no nappy on and just be Rudy. She wears a lot of these sleeper things just again because it's so cold. I do try to layer her up with little outfits sometimes as long as they're comfortable. She wears a lot of tights, and she has a couple of woolen jerseys that I quite like, that are nice and warm. I can't seem to keep a hat on her. I don't know. None of my kids have ever kept hats on. Like, not that she can take it off herself, but it just seems to constantly come up. It either goes down over her eyes or it comes off with her sort of wriggling her head around and stuff, especially in the carrier. The older girls are fighting. It's been one of those mornings. But I think that's just about it. She's breastfed on demand, so there's not really any schedule there. It's just whenever she is hungry, she has a guts, she gobbles it down fast and hard, and then sometimes has to bring some of it back up. Not very often. She's pretty good. She's actually been a little bit spilly this morning. Oh, one thing that she does have is this funny nasal thing going on where some days it seems like she's absolutely clear, and other days it's so like blocked up that she can't breathe when she's trying to feed, and then she gets really frustrated and like latching on and off and yelling at me. I did ask the midwife and Plunkett about it, and it's been since day one, and they told me right at the start that it was the newborn kind of nasally, you know, afterbirth mucus stuff, all congested, but it just never went away, and Plunkett seems to think that maybe she has really small nasal passages. There's something on the screen, got it. Yeah, really small nasal passages, so they just seem to get blocked or maybe irritated or something really easily. So they suggested steam. I've tried saline and that didn't work, and if I take it to the doctor, that's all they're gonna tell me to do is put saline in there, and it doesn't work. So we'll try the steam and see how that goes. I haven't taken her to the doctor for it, and I suppose if it gets any worse or doesn't go away soon, then we will. She does not like the car seat at all. If I put her in it wide awake, then she is mad. She's mad, and she goes to sleep. You know, when we're driving, so it doesn't take too long. It's about a 4-minute drive from here to Play Centre, so she will yell at me that whole time. But much longer than that, and she just goes to sleep. If I put her in there partially awake, like she kind of wakes up while I'm clipping her in or whatever, then she goes back to sleep fairly quickly. And if I put her in there and she stays asleep, she's happy as. But yeah, she just doesn't like being in there. if we put her in there awake instantly, she's just mad. And if she happens to wake up from a sleep, like if we go to the veggie shop in Waihi and I get out and Jason's in the car, and because the car stops, sometimes she'll wake up. She gets mad. Hello, is Lilia playing in the bathroom? Can you ask her not to, please? Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so don't like the car ride. Loves her baths, loves to eat, good at sleeping, super strong, stands up on my hand. If I put my hand under her feet like this, she'll like plank up straight and stand by herself. Little bit of a family tradition. I've done it with all of them except Ariel. I did try with Ariel, but she would just bend her knees. So that's a bit of fun, eh? You're very clever. Got a little trick going. Yeah. I think she looks like Lilia did as a baby. For ages I thought she was different again and just unique. They're all unique, but you know, I thought she was different again, but looking at baby photos of Lilia, I feel like she's a lot like her. Hi! So chunky! Yeah, you can smile? Hi. It's a video. Yeah, so that about wraps it up for 2 months. A little bit late. Hang on, you can have it in a minute. So...
Can I play a puzzle on it?
No, you can do the video in a minute when I finish mine. Okay, what was I saying? Yeah, that about wraps it up, and I'll do another one in, I suppose, about 3 weeks, which will go quick. We got stuff on for the next 3 weekends. That'll go real fast, and I'll try to get the next one up on time. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye.
I want to see it.
What are you eating? Where's Zyla?
Nothing. Oh, I just